I think Shakur is massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality.
The thing I like about Teo's style, I mean, when you have a guy like Shakur whose defense is that good, and he's not just a guy who's gonna hug you, he can box, you know? The easiest thing in the world is just to pick him against everybody.
Right.
Yes. But Teo also has the kind of footwork, Malik, where he's...
I see it like a chess match, first 2 rounds, and then my son will figure him out, you know, and just destroy him, make him look stupid.
Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble, he got to take some, get some, and that's his only way to win.
I would put my money on Shakur, but I won't be surprised if Teofimo surprises us all, for sure.
Yeah.
If he's like, you know, coming with an aggressive mindset, then that could fall into Teo's, you know, plan, and where Teo can get more shots, you know, off of Shakur.
It's a hard pick. It's a really, really hard pick because both are very talented. I like them both, but I'm leaning towards.
He's in trouble. Predictions for Shakur Stevenson for Teofimo Lopez clearly favor Shakur's discipline and mindset. Eddie Hearn highlights how Stevenson stays sharp, focused, and committed to camp, while Lopez struggles with distractions. This fight is as much mental as physical, and Shakur's consistency and professionalism give him a massive edge over Teofimo, who seems prone to mistakes when the pressure hits.
Like this, and coming off the back of the Teofimo Lopez fight, Loma fight, he lost the trajectory because life gets tough. You know, when these kids start all of a sudden making a load of money, getting a load of criticism, finding fame, like, it's not easy to deal with. Fighters should look at Shakur. He's always in camp. He's never out of shape. You'll never see him out drunk. You'll never see him out doing stupid things. No, and because the money is secondary. Legacy is principle.
Shakur Stevenson's skill set is being highlighted as the ultimate counter to Teofimo Lopez's aggressive style. Roy Jones Jr. breaks down how Lopez must gamble to have a chance, leaving himself open, while Stevenson's sharp footwork and defensive mastery allow him to exploit those openings. This matchup favors the smarter, more technical fighter, and Shakur's ability to control distance and pace could frustrate Lopez from round 1.
Stylistically, man, how does Shakur beat Teo, and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble, he got to take some, get some, and that's his only way to win. If he stays outside and boxes, Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best feet in the game right now, and he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's gonna be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely make it a really good fight.
Teofimo Lopez is all talk, claiming Shakur Stevenson will be the one quitting, but it's obvious he's trying to intimidate the wrong man. Stevenson thrives under pressure, and Lopez's threats are more show than substance. History shows that fighters who rely on bluster often crumble when faced with a technical genius like Shakur. Lopez might have power, but mental toughness and ring IQ are on Shakur's side, and that could decide the night.
And I think you can attest with me. I don't think we have seen Shakur face anyone higher than who he's gonna face next, and that's of me. So, you know, I definitely, commend him at least for stepping up to the plate. But I think it's time. I think it's really that time for him to really take his first loss and, me whoop his ass to the point where either he quits on.
Despite Lopez's strength and athletic gifts, Stevenson's technical mastery and fight IQ are what make him a nightmare opponent. Gary Antoine Russell underlines that raw talent alone isn't enough. Stevenson reads the ring, anticipates moves, and punishes mistakes. Lopez's athleticism may intimidate, but Shakur's precision and adaptability could neutralize those advantages, showing why being smarter in the ring often beats being stronger.
Naturally, I think Teofimo Lopez is stronger than Shakur. Naturally, I think he has more athleticism than Shakur, and he got a good IQ on the sport itself. But Shakur, I feel like he's a more smarter fighter. He's a more technical fighter. I'm not saying that he's a square or he's just a textbook fighter, but he's seasoned.
Kenny Porter highlights Teofimo's speed, but Stevenson's tactical brilliance and ring awareness make him a far tougher challenge than Lopez anticipates. Being fast isn't enough against a master strategist like Shakur. Porter points out that Shakur doesn't need to overcommit to speed. He manipulates distance, controls the pace, and forces Lopez into mistakes. The mental edge and experience in high-pressure bouts give Stevenson the upper hand, making Lopez's athleticism potentially irrelevant against someone who calculates every step, every punch, and every feint with deadly precision.
Definitely in this fight, he's in it to win it. I think, we're talking pure boxing, Shakur, but we talk a dog, Teo.
Yeah.
And Teo's just as fast. There's speed and there's elite speed. Teo's got speed. Shakur's got elite speed. But that's not too far off, especially when you're not a come forward fighter. Shakur's not a come forward, step to you with my speed and hurt you.
Tarver explains that Lopez's combinations can hurt, but Stevenson's defense and ring IQ make him far from an easy target. Shakur's ability to control the center and counter punches efficiently means Lopez will need near-perfect execution. This is where Stevenson's intelligence in the ring shines. He punishes overcommitment and frustrates power punchers. While Lopez has the tools to threaten, underestimating Shakur's calm, technical mastery could be his biggest mistake.
I believe dangerous in this fight. He throws both hands in succession. He's a combination type puncher, and that always serves well if you got a real slick defensive fighter in there. If Shakur can show us a little bit of that, what he had in his last fight, a lot of that work in the center of the ring.
The face-off intensity shows Lopez's bravado, but Stevenson remains composed and confident. Shakur reads opponents, understands styles, and never overreacts. Lopez's aggression and posturing are obvious attempts to intimidate, but Stevenson's calm mindset reflects his readiness to adapt and dominate. This clash of mentalities is key. Shakur's cool intelligence versus Lopez's bluster could decide the fight before a punch even lands.
Come fight night, we'll figure out whether he's better than Zepeda or more of a challenge than Zepeda. I know Zepeda's style.
Don't try me.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro, like, you ain't fight a fighter with that kind of style yet to know, like, whether he's, that's all I'm saying.
Don't try me.
You bring a different style to the table, brother.
Keyshawn Davis emphasizes Shakur Stevenson's dominance in every aspect of boxing. Skill, precision, and adaptability make him a complete fighter. Pairing with someone like Davis highlights Shakur's elite preparation and mindset. This is not hype. It's a statement about discipline, intelligence, and readiness. Lopez may have talent and power, but Shakur's comprehensive skill set and unwavering focus make him the clear favorite in strategy and execution.
January 31st, me and Shakur is going to put on dominating performances. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we are the best in boxing, period. Skillfully, physically, any type you want, whatever you want to do, however you want to call it, I feel like we're the best in boxing, me and Shakur, period. And next week we're going to show.
Malik Scott nails it. Lopez's aggression can backfire against a precise and seasoned fighter like Shakur Stevenson. Overcommitting or misjudging range will be punished instantly. Shakur's experience and fundamentals mean he rarely gives openings, forcing Lopez into errors. It's a classic clash of raw power versus calculated skill, and Stevenson's ability to exploit mistakes is what will likely secure him victory.
I have Shakur winning. I think Teo, concerning explosiveness, he get it. Rapid speed, he get it. But I think when it comes to the craft and fundamentals, you have to go with Shakur. To me, he's a lot more seasoned. And plus, I just believe Teofimo, he makes mistakes to me you just can't make when you're fighting Shakur.
Like what?
You can't be overcommitting.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. exudes confidence in his son, claiming style, speed, and flair akin to a Roy Jones Jr. He paints a picture of Teofimo as a genius who will outsmart Stevenson, promising a chess match that turns into domination. But hype and skill are different. Shakur Stevenson thrives on intelligence, defensive mastery, and exploiting overconfidence. If Lopez underestimates the precision, timing, and adaptability of Shakur, this chess match could backfire. While Lopez Sr. talks destruction, Stevenson's calm, calculated approach makes him the type to weather early chaos and methodically dismantle reckless aggression. Fans should expect a stylistic battle, where Stevenson's patience and technical skill counter Lopez's flamboyance, potentially exposing gaps in power and timing that Teofimo Sr. believes will dominate. The psychological element is crucial here. Shakur's mental composure may nullify Teofimo's flashy offense.
Myself against that, so yeah, I've been had that on my brain.
I thought he was on his path, I was on my path, but then I thought like years down the line, not this soon, but years down the line, as long as everybody's still doing their part, that we'll meet. But
Vargas gives a measured perspective, suggesting the fight could go the distance, but subtly highlights that Shakur's mindset will be decisive. It's not about raw power, it's about who shows up mentally and tactically. Stevenson has proven he can adapt, maintain composure, and control the fight's rhythm. Lopez relies on aggression and flair, which can be countered if Shakur imposes his pace. This commentary underlines that preparation, strategy, and focus will outweigh hype and overconfidence. The fight may appear close on paper, but in the ring, Stevenson's intelligence and patience give him a strategic advantage that could see him dominate rounds, while Lopez struggles to land decisive shots. It's a subtle psychological battle as much as a physical one.
I think it would go the distance. I can see a decision for Shakur. I can see a decision for Teofimo. It just depends on how if Shakur wants to fight or not. How the judges are gonna score it. So it just depends on which fighter shows up for you.
Whitaker praises Lopez's athleticism and awkward style, but immediately notes Shakur's superior control and ring intelligence. Stevenson sets the pace, manipulates distance, and forces his opponent to adapt, often neutralizing natural athletic gifts. This highlights a recurring theme: talent alone doesn't win fights. Shakur's ability to slow the fight, read angles, and impose his game plan makes him the smarter, more calculated fighter. Lopez may surprise in bursts, but consistent pressure and adaptability are Shakur's hallmarks. Whitaker essentially confirms that the fight is exciting, but tips the scales towards Stevenson's experience, discipline, and superior fight IQ.
Teofimo, he's funny, he's got character, but he's a great fighter. He's very athletic. He comes from awkward angles, and I do like his style, but I study boxing, I watch boxing, and I do like Shakur's style. The way he breaks his opponents down, he slows it down to his pace, he's got good distance. If you got to pick someone, I'm going Shakur, but it's a great...
Wardley underlines Stevenson's recent consistency and skill, calling him too clean for Lopez at this stage. This reflects a key advantage: discipline and precision over raw aggression. Lopez may have power and flair, but Stevenson's methodical approach, defense, and ability to control exchanges minimize opportunities for mistakes. Wardley's insight emphasizes that preparation, technical mastery, and execution are decisive, positioning Stevenson as the fighter most likely to dominate rounds, frustrate Lopez, and take victory with a calculated, clean performance that leaves little room for Teofimo to shine.
Well, I think I will go Stevenson. Skills-wise and just how clean he's been as of late, I think it's hard to bet against him, and that's not to take anything away from Teofimo. Great fighter, but I just think Shakur is just too clean at the moment.
As fight night draws closer, the tension between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez is absolutely electric. Stevenson enters with his trademark discipline and intelligence, a fighter who studies, adapts, and exploits every tiny opening, and this could turn Lopez's raw aggression into a liability. Every step, every feint, and every punch is calculated, and Stevenson thrives under the pressure of high-stakes bouts. Lopez, on the other hand, brings speed, power, and confidence, but his tendency to overcommit and gamble could be his downfall against a fighter as savvy as Stevenson. Mentally, Stevenson seems unshakable, focused on legacy and precision, whereas Lopez relies heavily on his explosiveness and flair. Analysts predict Stevenson will dominate tactically, forcing Lopez into mistakes, yet Lopez has the tools to shock the world if he executes perfectly and maintains his composure under fire. This fight isn't just about who lands the hardest punch. It's brains versus bravado, strategy versus sheer power, and preparation versus hype. The outcome will not only define careers, but also impact the entire lightweight division. Boxing fans, this is your moment to weigh in. Are you backing Shakur Stevenson to outsmart Teofimo Lopez? Or will Lopez pull off the upset and leave the boxing world stunned? Share your thoughts below and join the debate in full force.